Right, Happy New Year, everybody. Good to see you all back. Um, so we've got quite a few new students starting today. We've got Elise, Ernie, John, Celia, and Sandra. I think. Yeah. So we've got quite a few new faces. So we're actually getting quite a good class. And I thought what might be quite a nice thing to do to start the new year is to have a go at some drawing practice. Just get kind of back into drawing. I'm actually myself trying to do some work from direct observation every day during January. So there's a thing on Instagram called the Strada Easel Challenge, and there's about 900 odd artists all over the world that are doing a little bit of painting or drawing each day from observation and then posting it onto Instagram. So that's something I'm trying to take part in myself. So far I've managed to keep it up just about. So some of these are like little paintings and drawings that I've been doing over the last couple of days. They're all quite sketchy, but they're all things I've worked from observation. So I thought that might be quite a nice thing to sort of tie into. So the thing today is really quick drawing. So I'm thinking something perhaps we could do, perhaps start off with like maybe 5-minute drawings and then maybe go slightly longer. So don't take on anything too complicated, or just draw quickly. So that's the idea. So if I was going to draw something like, say, this shoe, I'm pretty confident I can draw that in 5 minutes. What I'll do, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to say. The other thing I need to just let you know is I tend to record these sessions and they go onto YouTube. So if anybody's missed a session and wants to know what we've been doing, they'll be sort of on the YouTube channel. So for something like this, if I was drawing this shoe here, and what I did was asked if you brought an interesting object in, that'd be great. But if you haven't got anything, there's a few objects here, and then we can swap around with each other. And you're welcome to choose the ones I've brought in. In terms of drawing, the way I often draw is to just start off quite loosely. So I tend to hold the pencil almost like at the end of the pencil. So it's more like a paintbrush than a pencil. So something like that, I can kind of get a good sense of the rough shape that I want. Something like that. And then if I wanted to go in with a bit more definition, perhaps you then go in a bit darker. And it's at that point I tend to start to slow down. So this particular sort of croc has got all these little holes. So I might start to just work in some of those details then. Something a bit like that. I'll try and do this from the side so you can see what I'm drawing. It's kind of a tricky one to do as a demo so that you can all see and this. But then once I'm there, I might then just follow my way around the contours, the edges. So just kind of going for one line then. And then I'm looking at where these little holes are in relation to this front edge here. And what I'm drawing is there's like a line in the plastic there, so I'm just trying to get that in. So I basically just kind of let the drawing gradually expand. Let's come down here and draw along here. And a bit further down there, and then there's a few bigger holes here. Like that. And carry this along and up here. And then working this shape in. There's a few more holes that come in here. And then come up to this bit. Follow that shape round. So I'm not sure how long this has taken so far, probably just a couple of minutes. So, yeah, so that would be a relatively quick sketch. That's taking 2 or 3 minutes. And sometimes I'll spend a lot of time on a sketch or a drawing, and other times it will be a very quick scribble. But they're all relevant. They're all useful drawings. Watched this. There was a program that I watched on iPlayer yesterday of Turner, and that was really interesting. And he did something like 37,000 sketches apparently in his lifetime. And then his sketches, he would then perhaps draw something from multiple angles, and then his paintings, he would work up from quick watercolours, sketches, more detailed sketches. And I thought that was really interesting that he built that kind of visual memory to be able to paint these great big paintings he did, and imaginative paintings from lots of observational work really that he did on his travels. So that's kind of what I'm trying to encourage, that we do some quicker work. So it can be quick drawings like this, and I've got obviously got a variety of objects, something as simple as a box. There's a little house there, there's a teddy bear over there. And some of you brought objects in, so if you want to swap with each other. If you find you've got like a really complicated object, like I can see a fur coat over there. So you might start off just thinking, well, it's about that shape. But then just start to draw any shapes you can. And if you don't get it all finished in 5 minutes, don't worry, it's just a sketch. Just go on to something else when we do another one. So I was thinking perhaps do 2 or 3 quick ones, and then we'll work for a bit longer. So in the morning class, I think we did a couple of 5, a couple of 10s, then some 20 minutes, and then after the break, just worked one drawing. Hey, has anybody got any questions? The other thing is, if you don't fancy doing that, that's absolutely fine. If you've got other projects you'd like to work on, you're absolutely fine with that. All good? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, right, I'll let you go.